quiet down. And... Alright, well, greetings and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. You're there correctly, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, because this is Flight Simulator 2020, and you might know this as an MSFS 2024 add-on. Of course, Skies of Stewardship, Season 1, Episode 1, Desi's first orientation flight, the Titan Journey. In the premiere of Skies of Stewardsmanship, Labrador 5-4 Productions launches a mission that blends aviation realism with symbolic storytelling, flying a Cessna 404 Titan from Coronado to Sandia Airpark Estates. The journey represents the Canvasback and common Loon embryo exchange, a ritual of continuity, healing, and stewardsmanship. Stewardship, or whatever you want to call it. The episode introduces Desi the Labrador Retriever, who is one of our acting co-pilots. On her first orientation flight in a land-based Titan, riding alongside our leaders of health and safety organizations, overseeing operations Canvasback and common Loon, whilst guiding Desi into her new role. For as long as she can have it. From Coronado's coastal departure, Albuquerque's East Mountains, and Sandia's desert arrival, the episode weaves together technical flight procedures and symbolic overlays, mission tokens and Desi's insignia, and healing rituals that transform turbulence into resilience. Episode 1 sets the stage for a season where every flight becomes a story of stewardsmanship, inclusion, and legacy, with Desi at the heart of the mission. Alright, pre-flight has just begun at this point, and of course, even though I could never get it all, you know, one truth I can tell you about this dog here is that this is actually Mocha from the Parallel 42 campout utility. Now, I'll unpack this all when we get to Sandia Airpark Estates. Now, before we begin, as usual, emergency procedures, we do them here all the time. Engine failure before V1, land straight ahead, close the throttle, yield to oncoming traffic. Anything after V1, come back the way we came in. And, of course, if we have to land off airport, we'll let you know. Alright, so... a health and safety leader says, we oversee operations Canvasback and common Loon. Stewardsmanship begins with health and safety begins here. Desi is ready to learn. The Titan carries more than passengers, it carries promise. So at this point, before we begin, I'm flying at around, 2 o'clock in the afternoon from the time we record this video. US Mountain Time, that is, because, why not? I don't always feel like flying at dawn, but some part of me does. Right. Yeah, I have FS Realistic installed. That's why I hear all that. Even though this is really Mocha, we'll pretend it's Desi. Hi, Desi. Ready to go flying? I bet you are. All complement of Labrador 5-4, as you can see. Or is it? Go well. Check. Alright. I can never get this whole thing. Okay. Here's our plane today. I apologize if this is your airplane, however. What I was given. Yeah, I was given. November 9258 Zulu. We're Titan. And of course, I guess this means here. Fluctuating valve, use non-magnetic. Fluctuating valve, use non-magnetic tools and screws. Okay. And now. Oh. This thing should be ready. You are. Okay, I'm just about ready. Okay, I'm going in. Let's get Desi inside. Tony? Are you ready? Okay. Well, let's just get the battery on. Yeah. Battery and all. You heard something in the background, that's just Desi snoring. Okay, y'all think you know what you're doing? Okay. Just what do we do? Adhere to this at all times. Same here. And okay, aft-facing seat must be erect for takeoff and landing. It is. You smoke, put it out. Over here. Emergency exit window. Only open it, hence the type. To open, remove safety cover. Rotate red handle up. Push window out. To close, rotate red handle up. Release window stop. Close window firmly. Rotate handle down. Replace safety cover. Get all of that? And of course, over here, let's see, flight with cargo door opened or removed is prohibited. And right now, you alright back here? This is where the embryos are going to go and everything. Okay, Cessna 404 Titan. Here's everything here. You know how to get out? No smoking. Are you ready to go? Okay, just let me get Desi and everybody aboard. Alright, let's get the pooper scoopers and everything. Thank you for the pooper scoopers. And yeah, of course, no step. That's for sure. Okay, from the parallel 42 camp out. Alright, Desi. All aboard at this point. Alright, Des, all aboard. Okay. Everyone's aboard? Okay. I'm gonna close it now. Everyone on board, to clarify. On board? The rest of you better go check. Okay, the rest of you. Alright. There's something here. Okay, we're not using the tablet, so at this point, complex aircraft, you know what to do here. And since I'm alone in the real world, yeah. Let's do this. Clear props.
Clear prop. Clear prop.
It's a little hot in here, so I'm gonna leave this open. Why not, actually? Why have you opened the vent? Okay, run up. Hey.
Throttle. Throttle.
Pardon my niece. She's poor, and he, of course, has got to deal with some pain too. As part of growth. Pardon my niece. Do you hear anything? Okay. Flight controls.
Flight controls.
Free and correct.
Free and correct. Free and correct. Anti-ice. Anti-ice. Set. Set.
Okay, we're going to begin the process there of the taxi phase, so taxiing to the runway. Coronado's winds remind us every departure is a step in stewardsmanship. And a health and safety leader says, Desi, watch the Titan's movements. Precision on the ground is the foundation of care in the skies. The wheels shall roll steady, feel their rhythm of responsibility. Is that true, Des? Let's go. What does that sound? That was something. Oh. It's the flaps. Oh. Sounds like my first niece is sick. Watch out. Well, it looks like MSFS 2020, nobody could yield away. Well, that's actually one negative about Flight Simulator all series, is that these airport vehicles, they do not yield. That's why I turn the crash settings off. Is because the vehicles, they don't yield. Like the ones that you saw behind us just now, they do not yield. Okay, when we get to the runway, the engines will be at full power. The Titan will accelerate and we should be airborne. As we will be talking to air traffic control, a health and safety leader says, "Smooth climb. Desi, this is your first orientation flight aboard a land-based airplane. You are now part of Labrador 5-4 Gaming Productions' missions." Desi, look closely. These landscapes remind us of resilience. Communities thrive when guided by stewardsmanship. See the mountains, strong and steady, I imagine Desi says. Like the guardians beside me. Operation Canvasback and Common Loons are not just exchanges. They're commitments to community and care. As for that matter, I'm trying to live out a dream today.
For Alpha Charlie traffic Labrador 5-4 Heavy taking off runway 22 departure to the west.
Okay, well that sun's gonna be really bright. I'm taking the port side for now. Well, it's Coronado Airport. We can do as we please. Combat takeoff's the case, then we're gonna do it. Even though we're not fighting against anything or anyone. Just have to takeoff is necessary. We will perform such takeoff. Okay, first stop is Glenwood Hills. If I can get to it. Hold on. Okay, as we're climbing up. Alright, here's Albuquerque for you right here. Here's North Domingo Baca Park Multi-Generational Center. Here's some elderly care facility here. And of course, more flying. Local schools, La Cueva High School. Desert Ridge Middle School. Dennis Chavez Elementary School, for preschool. Hoffmantown Church, and of course, there's the air traffic control.
Approach Labrador 5-4 Heavy, type Cessna type 2 miles south of 4 Alpha Charlie 5,900 feet. Request flight following.
Labrador 5-4 Heavy Albuquerque approved. Squawk 5022.
Squawk 5022 Labrador 5-4 Heavy.
Labrador 5-4 Heavy radar contact 2 miles southeast of 4 Alpha Charlie 6,000 feet. Altimeter 29.902.
Roger Labrador 5-4 Heavy.
Okay, while we're at it,
Albuquerque approach Labrador 5-4 Heavy.
over the heights.
Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Labrador 5-4 Heavy Albuquerque approved. Clear through the Charlie airspace.
Okay, clear the Charlie airspace. Clear through Charlie airspace. There's Eisenhower Middle School. There's S.Y. Jackson Elementary School. And of course, we acknowledge the Charlie airspace. On the port side of the aircraft carrier I'm turning, there's Glenwood Hills. I live in this general area. but I'm not saying the exact explicit house for privacy reasons. And as of right now, on the left, there's high desert. And to the right, not so much high desert. There's barring all those noises because, you know, my niece, of course, my first one, she was born to the world 4 years ago. Saw some learning to do. Everything, you know, this thing can be so stall sensitive. Okay, we're over the South Sandia Peak right now. Hopefully we can get over this really soon. So if you like to go on hikes here, is that right? Well, we're on our way to go get the Canvasback embryos. Let's go ahead and prepare to land at Sandia Airpark Estates. Over that hill. Let's go. One. Let's go. Yes. We're over Sandia Knolls, Sandia Park right now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're over Sandia Park at the moment, and right out here we see as follows here. Here's this correctly, Sandia Park and Sandia Knoll, San Antonito. Welcome to the East Mountains, one of my favorite places to be here in the Duke. I flew this flight today because, yeah, play it again now. You know, yeah, for real, why not? I'll come. Okay, we're 10 miles away from where we need to be. However, I'm not ready to come in yet. As you look around, I think we're in Sandia Crest. And Sandia Knolls, whatever you want to call it. I know it's in Sandia's. As of right now. Alright, I guess first officer, you plan to land at Sandia Airpark Estates. Okay, we're 900 miles away. That's not a lot. Right now. So that's not a lot of mileage. Right now I'm going to begin the process there of the landing. Right now, descending into Sandia Airpark Estates at this point. The aircraft's off to my port side. And of course, runway's in sight. Hopefully we'll be steady on approach. Every safe landing, the promise fulfilled. Desi, we hope you had completed your first orientation flight in a completely land-based airplane. And soon, very soon, of course, health and safety leaders will see this part of town. Because a lot of these health and safety leaders are actually not even from here at all. At least we're pretending to be. In fact, these health and safety leaders are actually students at UNM, CNM, and all of them. I'm just pretending anyway. But this is more like supplementary education for them. Yes, and our goal is to help them earn those degrees in health and safety. And this flight will definitely count towards that thereof. And of course, Get to Sandia Airpark Estates. What's our response to?
Cleared through Charlie
Airspace Labrador 5 Heavy.
Oops. Okay, Sandia Airpark. Let's go for the sun.
1 November 1
traffic Labrador 5-4 Heavy, miles west 5,500 feet, bound to land runway 27.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. We're going to begin the process there of the landing. Sandia Airpark. We're just here to get some embryos. That's our reason for coming. eBay's telling us something. Sorry to hear that. Because, yeah, my niece has to learn about stuff. You can't always visit a sick occupant. Before you judge, if you're hearing anything about my nieces, think before you judge. She's just a 4-year-old gal and she doesn't know any better.
November 1 traffic Labrador 5-4 Heavy, miles south 8,300 feet, bound to land runway 7.
Before you can announce the long final. No, we're landing. First, before you call me out. Alright, about the girl crying in the background. Before you call me out, please know and understand that she's just 4.5. She doesn't know any better. She has to share a pair of shoes that Michelle Elizabeth Tanner was in. You know, that episode of Full House where she broke a window, wouldn't go to bed, up her little pool in the house, threw herself a pool party and got a timeout. Remember that? There we are. They just call it. You're on fire.
November 1
traffic Labrador 5-4 Heavy is on final runway 27 to land.
Keep it blue. Well, ever since I bought a Wi-Fi extender, everything looks just alright. And even if I get switched to offline mode, we're already here. I'll say again, even if we're switched to offline mode, we are already here. Yeah, just like Keisha said in her TikTok song, I don't have any money in my pocket, but we're already here. When she really said in the lyrics, I got no money in my pocket, but I'm already here. Well, got no bandwidth, but I'm already here. No bandwidth on my computer, but we're already here. Got no photogrammetry, whatever you call it, but we're already here. The dudes are lining up to come get their Canvasback and common Loon embryos. Yeah, well, I'm not Keisha. You shouldn't follow her. I just like her music and acting. Hold on. Hold on. At least it's clear. Even though he's gonna make the runway, at least it's clear. All the way. All the way down. All the way down. That's where we're going. Just all the way, all the way. All the way down. All the way down. Yeah, this is all the way down. Alright. Welcome to Sandia Airpark. Now time to get the Canvasback embryos. This is not it. And also because I've been... Alright, never mind. It is. Never mind. Never mind. This is it. Never mind. Problem. Never mind. This is it. There's a marshaller here. We're here. I'm gonna close out and one more thing. Okay. Just call it from here, even though this is wrong. Open. Okay, you don't need anything from this tablet, do you? On it. This day and age, everybody checks these things. So. Let's just... open them up. Okay, just get the external power. Oh, forgot about this. There was a pilot door. Hey guys, come on, let's get out. Okay. Thanks, guys. Okay. Well, now what you check out. Now time for one more thing. I'll say again, it is now time for one more thing. Hey guys, welcome to Edgewood. Let me get everyone. Okay. Y'all, get out. Move. Hey guys, I'm so sorry. I'm going to expose you to the sun. I'm so sorry you got exposed to the sun. I'm really sorry you had to be exposed. I'm sorry. I was like this, you know. Okay, one more thing. Y'all better go get the Canvasback embryos. And the common Loon embryos. Okay, the embryo distribution begins, and of course, we're here. Get the bag. And all I can say really now is mission complete. Congrats, Des. Mission is complete. Even though this is Mocha from the Parallel 42 campout, I'm just gonna pretend it's Desi. Hi Des, mission is complete for you. Canvasback and common loon embryos are now entrusted to their guardians. Health and safety leader comes along. I'll pretend and says, holds out hand to Desi's snout. This distribution ensures continuity. Alright, and how can we ensure that this distribution ensures continuity? Stewardsmanship carried forward, life protected. Desi, I'm pretending, she says, eggs exchange, future's secure, and I understand now. Stewardsmanship is healing. Stewardship is healing. So right now, episode 1 of Skies of Stewardship ends here. I shall call it Stewardsmanship. But the journey continues with Desi at my side, Operations Canvasback and Common Loon take flight into Legacy. Otherwise, that's our show. If you like, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all around.